welcome all of you. A very good afternoon to all of you. I think after a tea break, you are all again fresh because finance is such a subject. To sit at one place and have a concentration and listen, as I know it's very difficult job because sometimes I also sit at this side and then I do also understand the continuous listening to is always sometimes great. Okay friends. While you were asking the questions on banks, I heard that so many of you are having different things in mind. The bankers do this, bankers do that. They sometimes say yes, sometimes no, they charge higher rate of interest. Competition among the bankers. See, if you are doing a business and whatever price you charge to your product, what is your selling price? Profit is always in the mind of everybody because no one does business at all. So how to get profit with the less expenses, control expenses and get good plans is always there in anyone's business mind. Let it be service industry, manufacturing industry. So banking is also service industry and we are also as a banker, we always see how maximum profit we can get. But at the same time, service is our motto. So if you don't give service, people will not come to you. I have seen sometimes some good clients. Even though you charge a big high rate of interest, but your service is good, you take care of your customer, then nobody wants to change the banker. See, all of you may be having some bank or the other, and no one would like to just change my bank because of the service, because of the attachment which we have with them. So this is also very important. And among banks, you may be knowing there are different types of banks. Some are private banks, some are nationalized banks. Some are foreign banks and some are cooperative banks. Now Saraswat is Saraswat Cooperative Bank Limited. It is the #1 urban cooperative bank in whole of India. Now when these new banks like HDFC, ICICI and all enter into the market, there was a sea change in the banking industry. There was a lot of competition. Because earlier there were only nationalized banks, state banks and its subsidiaries. And there were cooperative banks. And cooperative banks had the privilege of giving 1% more interest on their deposits. Some of you may be knowing. And that was very easy. When you give 1% more interest on deposit, naturally the investor would jump to that bank. But slowly you must have also noticed that some of the cooperative banks were closed down. And the investors who have invested their money in, they were really scared. That is our earning and suddenly something happens to the bank. Then people also realize how to choose the best bank. What are the parameters? Why only to bank in this particular bank? So now even as an investor also we are very careful which bank to choose. Same way for the borrowing. Sometimes they may say, even if bank ko kuch ho gaya, I am a borrower, so nothing is going to happen to me. I don't have to pay or my repayment is also postponed. But now this is not the case. Any good bank if you see, how to judge it that it is a good bank? With audit class you have to see. The bank is having A audit class throughout its inception, then it's naturally a good bank. Nowadays you must have heard about NPA, non-performing assets. See, bankers are always behind the people who are not paying it promptly. So recovery is a great challenge to the banks nowadays. So NPA, whose bank NPAs are 0% of their total advances, net NPA, then that bank is best bank. Now I am proud to say that the Saraswat Bank is having A audit class since its inception and it is also having 0% net NPA since last 8 years. So thank you. So this is the parameter. Second it is capital adequacy ratio. Why I am telling you all those things? Because there are so many banks and you may be thinking which bank is better for me. So any bank's balance sheet and nowadays through website we get each and every information. Now the world is so close. So you cannot say that I am ignorant of which bank and this bank because they have done good advertisement, I have entered into that bank. This is not the case now. So we also are very choosy. On the contrary, I must say because of this open competition and getting all the information on internet and all, the borrower or the customer is very lucky. You can also bargain and you are doing excellent business. You can say why not, and the bankers always behind a good businessman. I must say, sometimes you feel okay, getting a loan from a bank is difficult, but for the bankers also to getting a good customer is very difficult. And when the customer is good, naturally the bankers are also behind them. And then you are in a demanding position. You can say, my bank is charging me 15%, why not if you give me at 14%, 13%, then I am interested in coming to you. What best services you can give me better than my existing bank. So you have a full liberty to ask on this to any of the bankers. And you must consider bankers always as a friends. You should not feel that when I am in a need for my business and I require loan, so they are obliging me. No friends, it's not the case. It is because of you. We bankers are there. And it is our utmost motto to give you good service. So that thing all of you must always keep in mind. Now business, whatever business you may choose. Now I am just showing first a small slide of my bank. And then I will go on actual financial needs. How we judge when any customer comes to us for any finance. Saraswat Bank is your own bank. We got Pan India license of Sara Hindustan Hamara. Means what? We can open the branches anywhere in India. We are already having 245 branches. All are connected to network. Because of this commercialization, I must say the entry of private banks have made all the other existing nationalized and existing cooperative banks to have core banking, and all the banks are now connected. So any branch banking is always there in any of the banks you go. This is our mission. As every business must have its mission, some vision. You also may be having in your business some mission, something always as to how, as of today, after next 10 years, where will I be? So the mission is very important, and this is the mission of Saraswat Bank. Now the business, now 2013 results are not yet published, but we have now crossed 36,000 crores already. See, I was telling you net NPA, even for 12 and for 13 also, we have net 0% NPA. Now, as I said, technology is really a boom. You must be hearing so many banks giving internet facility, ATM facility, SMS facilities, and they are really good for any customers. Because even the other day, there was a long check deposited in one of the account, and he immediately got SMS, and there was some fraud. And when he got the SMS, your account is debited for the huge amount, he immediately contacted the bank and said, oh, I have not given this check, how come that debited? Before the check go to clearing, bankers could stop that check, and that has saved him from the wrong debit to the account. So see, this is really a benefit of SMS banking. So wherever you are having account, current account, saving account, you have to avail all these facilities. Most of you may be availing, but some of you, if you are not availing, please avail this SMS and internet banking facility. They are really good to have a control check on your account anytime. We are having different products also, like as I said, deposits and different loan schemes. This is for the savings account. We have the benefits for the depositors. As I said, any branch banking, bill, demand, pre-accident insurance cover, Visa debit card. So anywhere you go, carrying heavy cash is very risky. So you always have a Visa debit card with you. You can enjoy that facility. RTGS and Nifty again is a boom. I must say, especially when you are borrowed or you are taking a working capital, banks always charge you on your daily product. Whatever is your daily balance, the interest is charged on that. But because of this RTGS and Nifty facility, whatever transaction is due from your customer, you should always demand through RTGS or NEFT. Because the day you get that credit, immediately your account is credited and your debit balance is reduced to that extent. So that ultimately helps you to pay less rate of interest. Earlier what used to happen, the people used to give you a check, and if you forget to deposit it that day, next day you deposit, clearing time doesn't match, and again for 2 days are gone, and again after 2 days the interest you will have to pay. But because of these facilities, immediately you get the credit, and that is again you are saving the interest of 2 days. So this facility is very important and you must make use of it. Immediate debit and credit to the account is possible because of these facilities. Same facilities we do give for the current account. And you should always check the statement of your account. I don't know how much care we take, whatever account you have, even for the loan account, for the current account, for the overdraft account, savings account, whatever accounts you have to always ask for the statement and check each and every entry. I mean, that is always required. Just don't go because it is contract, it will be correct and all. It has to be. Banker's audit also takes place. But it is always in your interest to have your statement account and check it. Again, this salary account, if your company employees are having savings account with us, we do give benefit of zero balance. So earlier there was a rule that at least this much amount you have to have your savings account. But even with zero balance, provided your company employees accounts are with us, you can open that account with us. These are the different loan schemes of the bank. Housing loan, but maximum limit for housing loan is 70 lakhs only. That is for all the cooperative banks given by RBI. The cost of the house is more than jointly 2 or 3 earning members in a family can enjoy these housing loan facilities. Car loan, we do give even 100% car loan also. Education loan. For women, for the girl child, the rate of interest is less by 0.5. I think you were asking someone of you. I will also, when I will go for the credit facilities, I tell we women are lucky because we do get the concession of at least 0.5% rate of interest compared to the male entrepreneurs. These are again loans to executives and professionals. Yeah, and this is for the doctors. We call it as a doctor delight, 1 crore. That's the maximum limit. But any doctor wants any more facility, that is also available. I don't know anyone of you amongst you is a doctor. This is for the women I was saying, who live in a facility, and that is maximum 1 crore finance under this scheme is given. Any woman entrepreneur doing big business can also get more than 1 crore. But the maximum limit under this scheme is 1 crore. Samruddhi loan again is for the businessman to have overdraft maximum 25 lakhs. Anyone can get more, but under this scheme the limit is 25 lakhs. Against gold maximum 25 only we can give due to RBI restrictions. Then as the travel loan, Pravasi loan, multi-purpose loan for better living articles. As I said, technology has really done a good boom. Visa debit card, internet banking, SMS banking. Demat, we are having a task to NSDL and CDSL. You can do all your share transactions through that. International banking, Saraswati Bank has got international license since last 35 years, and we also do forex business. We do give forex loan facilities also. Now trade finance, any one of you may be a trader, maybe a manufacturer, maybe in a service industry. So we do have trade finance schemes. Then SME, as I said, different types of industries, service industries you have. We do give you finance for that. Like we offer term loan facility for purchase of office premises, land building, plant machinery, etc. For working capital in the form of cash credit, bill discounting, supply bill, non-funded facility like bank guarantee, LC, loan as well as forex facilities are available under one roof. Now, as you say, insurance companies, they'll sell their product directly, and they also have tie-up with different bankers. So we do have a tie-up with this HDFC, Bajaj, and Tata AIG. So this was a presentation about the Saraswat Bank. I just wanted to brief you about what are the services Saraswat Bank is offering. We today have our 3 officials come here, Gayatri, Manasi and Chintan. See, afterwards bank to bank and direct relations with the customer, your direct interview of your personal problems about the banks can be solved by them. So they are already present here. Now I would like to tell you, so any businessman when enter into a business, you must be seeing if you want a form, a loan, banks give a big form, having say 8 pages, 10 pages, you may be thinking why this is big amount of information bank was required. First we want to know when you have chosen one particular business, if you are fresh in that, we would like to always know what is the knowledge you have of that business, what made you choose that business. So that is the background information of any borrower is required by any of the banks. If they are already in this line for 10-15 years, see your track record can show how you are doing the business. Because any businessman will say, I am doing good business, I am earning this profit, I am going to earn this many of profit. But what is the past record? And that's why you must have seen any bankers ask you last 3 years audited accounts. So this is the reason to judge the track record. Then we do ask you projection. You may be feeling why this projection is required. When I am telling you I can do this. But see, it's based on what? At least 5 years projection is required. Why? Because any loan is given, its minimum period of repayment is 5 years. So in 5 years, 60 months, equal EMI, equal monthly installment. If you are taken a loan or taking a loan, applying for that, what is your EMI? This EMI in the next 60 months, are you being able to pay it? And to judge that, we ask for 5 years projection. There you are profited, whatever profit you are going to earn in the every year, that we judge, we find out your repaying capacity, and that's the reason we ask you 5 years projection. Now I have shown you loan as well as working capital we give. Sometimes people say, I want facility, you only decide whatever you can give. But loan is always given to pay for fixed assets to purchase for that. Like fixed assets means land reading, plant machinery. Because these are the assets required for the business and it's a one-time payment one has to make. And loan facility is always suggested for that. Working capital is for day-to-day running of the business. It may be in the form of cash credit, bill discounting, supply bill. And this we tell for day-to-day running because you are already established in your office. You have a good furniture, office premises are good, all the structure is there in the place and you require working capital to run out your day-to-day business, then we guide them to have a cash credit facility with the bank. So first you have to choose whether I require loan or cash credit. Then you must have heard bankers asking for the own stake. What is your stake in the business? Why? Because no bank will give 100% finance. All the finance, why bankers think that way? You are doing business, you want money from the bank, but you say, मेरे को सब loan चाहिए 100%. No. How much your own stake is in the business? So how much your own interest you have developed in that particular project? That we want to check. 100% finance, that's why no banker can give. Now how much margin they will charge? Margin is your own money. 20% margin, 30% margin, 15% margin. That depends on case-to-case basis, the nature of your business. In some case, the business is of such a nature, it's very liquid in a form. The margin requirement will be less. In certain business, you may find it is asking 30%. Or even if, as I said, you compare bank to bank, you may feel, this bank is charging me 15% margin only, while this bank is charging me 20% margin only. So these things you can discuss with the banker when you are dealing with them. Why you require 10%, why you require 15% margin, why you require 20% margin. So this is the margin which it is your own investment in the business. You must have heard debt equity ratio we say. Equity means what? It is your own fund. Debt means whatever debt you are asking from the bank. The same way margin money, debt equity money means what is your stake in the business. This is the reason why you feel why bankers are asking me on this. The reason is that your own interest in your business. Now, secondly, the assets which you want to purchase, whether they are fresh assets, second-hand assets, all is equally required. Now, when you are taking a premises, it's a fresh premises, new agreement with the builder, whatever is its cost, agreement cost, and against that 20% suppose is your homestay, 80% bank loan you can apply. If it is already constructed, repurchase you are doing from someone of your office premises, or business, or factory, in that case, our valuer does valuation of that property. Whatever is the valuation report, based on that, again tells what is your margin. Again 20% and 80% on that valuation you get your family. So when there is the property is new, fresh agreement cost is its cost. If it is already in existence, its valuation is required. You may say, okay, nowadays all values are gone up, why you want to do valuation, it is this much. It's banker's policy to get it valued to their approved value. And based on that cost to get it. Same way for any equipment, machinery. If it is new, then what is your pro forma invoice, what is the cost you have to pay for that particular equipment, machinery required for your business, and based on that. So here what the margin money depends on the type of that particular machinery. If this machinery is such a that it has got a good resellable value, naturally the margin will be less. But if it is not having that much good resellable value, you must have seen the banks may ask for some additional security. Because see, when banks are lending, it is not their own money, it is public's deposit on based on that which we lend. Because we have to take care of the depositors, we have to have trust among them. So we just cannot recklessly lend. So that's the view behind that. So you must see that I am asked so many security, if I am doing this much, why you require additional? So based on the valuation, based on the type of security which you are offering, what is its resellable value, based on that the margin is being charged. Yes?
And whatever the bank gives, it's not all from the depositors. The bank earns certain profits from the interest. So a part of the money is being given also from the profits that the bank makes. So it's not
basically, see, that's what I would like to tell. Whatever, suppose you are having 100 rupee as a deposit. So I'm just telling you this of the this thing, not connected with this lending issue, but generally bank or the bank so. 100 rupee is a deposit, suppose you have, or a fund you have. Fund may have your equity, reserves, deposit all together. I'm saying not 100%, but major portion is from the deposit. Certain portion as a cash reserve ratio, bank has to keep it reserve bank. You must have seen in the paper, RBI policy announced होता है, तब there is cut in CRR, repo rate कम हुआ या repo rate ज़्यादा हुआ and all, then the reaction immediately comes, the deposits rate will increase or will go down. What will be the next policy? Earlier, every 6 months the policy was announced. But अभी तो क्या, in a month twice also RBI declared some changes in the policy, and bankers rate भी sometimes they are reduced, sometimes they have increased. This thing we always see in the paper. Nowadays rupee has revalued so much, and suddenly there was a what I should say currency fluctuation, and the exports have become easy and the imports have become dear. So this way the fluctuations are always there. And those who are dealing in import, exports and business, they must be having a great trouble because of this. So the economy is changing in such a way. Earlier, last 6 months before, the prices of gold have suddenly come down. So everyone was surprised on that. Now again, whether the prices will fall further, they will remain stable, again they have increased. It all depends upon the currency fluctuation. So the market is so volatile nowadays. And the newspaper, internet, media and all always make us aware of that. So any businessman also should have a knowledge of whatever going the current affairs in the economy. Because that also helps you. You will also get an idea. You must have seen in a term loan, the rate of interest, they ask you whether you require fixed or floating. Now you may be saying what is this fixed and what is this floating. Fixed rate of interest is fixed till the repayment is being made. And floating is that it floats. It may increase or may decrease depending on the policy of the banker. And the policy again depends on RBI's policy. So rates, if you are floating, if it's a falling rate of interest, if you have accepted floating rate of interest, you are beneficial in that. But if the economy interest is rising, floating rate of interest will make you pay more in the next coming years till your loan gets repaid. So people always have to choose whether I should accept rate of interest as a fixed or floating. That's why we always have to make ourselves updated on the current things going on in the market, the policies of Reserve Bank and all. So you also should have a knowledge when you're doing the business. This knowledge is also equally important because it is directly connected to your business. Because interest payment is a cost to every businessman. As any businessman in your profit and loss account, you will be always trying to make efforts that debit side, whatever the expenses are to pay for business, how can I control on it? That way interest is a cost to me. How much interest burden will be less for me for my business, because indirectly it helps me to increase more and more profit. I can plow back, I can generate more profit, increase my reserve. So that thing is always in the mind of every businessman. When you are doing this business, this aspect is also equally important. As I was saying, based on the security, nature of security, the required margin also will be there. Then you must have heard banks asking for collateral cover. You may say, what is this collateral? Collateral is something additional security. Normally it is asked as a fixed asset in the form of fixed asset. Like any your ownership house or any other additional office premises if you are having. And normally 50% of your loan amount collateral cover is asked. Sometimes it may be less, 20%, 30%. Again, as I said, depends on your nature of business, the quality of the business, the type of business. So it varies. So you cannot say that you are charging 50 and why 40%, why 50 to me? He is paying 20% collateral, why I should pay 50? So it all depends on the type of business and the quality of the security. But some collateral cover is required. There is, you must have heard Credit Guarantee Trust Fund Scheme. This fund scheme is being introduced by SIDBI. There up to 1 crore, without collateral, banks can give loan. But there all nationalized banks are the members of this scheme. Cooperative banks are not yet made members. We are also trying to get this permission wherein we can give advance up to 1 crore without collateral cover. But till today at least we have not got that permission. So sometimes, this I am also saying, you can talk to your banker whether you are governed by this Credit Guarantee Trust Fund Scheme. And if it is, then bankers have to give you without collateral up to 1 crore. But still you must have found that the bankers are asking in spite of that some collateral cover. Actually they can give. So if you have that knowledge, you can discuss this issue with the bank. Still why they are giving just to make their site safe. No reason as such. But you can demand that, okay, since your bank is a member of this scheme, why I am not getting up to 1 CR without collateral cover. This is for your knowledge I am telling. So that aspect.
Is there any scheme for amount greater than 1 crore?
At present, no. There are also efforts to increase this limit to 2 crores. Bank SIDBI also is trying.
Something in the range of 10 crore?
No, not that much I don't think. And there's a premium pay for the scheme they have to pay. And that premium indirectly is being recovered from the account holder.
And the interest for such a scheme? Approximate interest for such schemes?
Interest will be common, but the security. Now there is, in interest you will be find two types. PLR, that is prime lending rate, and base rate. For the nationalized banks, concept of base rate is there. And for cooperative bank, concept of prime lending rate. That's the minimum rate of interest the bankers charge. That again differs from bank to bank. Sometimes banks may go below PLR. It's not that strictly that PLR only you have to pay, we can't go below. Because this is the rate described by the bank, decided by the bank itself. If the unit is having good rating, we do ask for the rating of the unit. We do have our credit department where they do this rating. Sometimes depending on the amount of loan, it's more than 1 crore or say 10 crore, 50 crore, we do get rating done of the unit to outside agencies. You must have heard CRISIL, SMERA, ICRA, different credit agencies. Through them the rating is being done. And based on the excellent rating, again the borrower can negotiate with the rate of interest. You have got that full liberty to do. So you should know what is the rating of my business. Rating of course depends on your profitability, management, how is the track record, what is the value of the business, how you are having the market exposure. All these aspects are there. What is your earlier track record of the loan? Based on all that, the rating is being decided. And if your rating is excellent, you have got full liberty to negotiate with the rate of interest. Yes?
Under CGST, okay, it's up to 1 crore. That is for one business project. So what if you have 3 projects? Can you apply for 3?
No, but the unit is one, huh? And the finance given for
So
that
you say there are
unit.
3
So you are
companies.
different. But if the management unit is same, like ABC Company Limited, it is doing business under that name and that name you are borrowed, then up to 1 crore. If you are also doing in different names, one in proprietorship, one in partnership or one.
There are 3 private
Then
limited
different
entities.
is 3 to 3
So you can
people.
apply under
Yes.
if you have
Then you
a
can
business
get.
plan.
So what is the title of the unit which you are borrowing? It depends on that. Now here,
Our companies under CG, ESP.
yeah. See.
Could they avail subsidies also if there is a possible state or central government subsidy?
Yeah, for that there is no restriction on that. Now again this subsidy, somebody was asking about MSME. Medium, small, micro, small, medium enterprises is the MSME scheme. They are having office at Sakinaka. They are having different government schemes, especially when your business is new. You must be seeing the tenders coming in the papers. That the government's different schemes. Even they have different training programs of the different types of industries you have. And there you know with their schemes, they help you to prepare a project report. They have certain schemes where your own margin money is also not required. Like they help you to have some 10%, 20% margin money of your own, and then they help you to get bank loan. So any new person wanting to enter into your business can get the tenders of form through MSME, can give the entire history of his business, the requirement, and if your proposal is sanctioned, then that margin or own money investment also can be held through MSME, and then bankers can give them any loan or credit working capital facility as per their requirement. Yes?
For this DGTFS, I know your bank is not involved, but what's typically the moratorium and how does it's sort of collateral-free loan, so it's not the usage is going to be general purpose, could be corporate expenses. Now how does what leads to breaking covenants which will hurt the hurt the borrower in the longer run, because presumably this money is there to serve general purpose requirements, and cash flows can be volatile based on different things. So for working capital loan, obviously one has much more conviction on liquidation of working capital when you do the business. But on corporate funds, there is variability in when you get the cash flow. And so what's the level of leniency available in terms of servicing, and what's the moratorium provided?
Moratorium you want to?
Moratorium also flexibility in servicing.
See, it depends on nature of industry. If your business is seasonal, like you can do business in particular months of the year. In that case, you can tell your banker that for repayment schedule, charge me as per those seasons. When my business season is good, I can pay, I can generate more cash, and during that time, I can pay more installments. While in off season, I will not be able to pay. So while sanctioning only, this facility has to be given. Now, moratorium, you may find some having moratorium of 6 months. Some may be having 1 year, some may be having 2 years. Now these also, but there is no interest moratorium is being given. Moratorium is always given for the installment. Now even if you are having a big project, you are getting finance to finance that particular project, you will get a moratorium to repay the installment, the repayment is structured in such a way. It starts after say 2 years, 1 year as per your request. When you are giving a project report, when you are actually having the break even, when you will start generating a cash. Based on that, the repayment schedule is being structured. So when you are giving project report to the banker discuss with you, ask your cash generation level, when it will actually start, and then only the repayment. But installment, moratorium is always given, but for the interest, you will have to pay the interest next month onwards whenever the loan is actually disbursed. So no bank is giving moratorium of interest. Installment you get.
MSME what you spoke now, that is like, they will collaborate with the banks or?
See, they will give you a list of the bankers.
Okay, who are associated with
Yeah,
them.
so then bank to bank again they will discuss with you, see your project, whatever help MSME has given, and based on all this they will give you loan. But it doesn't mean that you are the, you have given application to MSME, you got the finance to them, your project is approved by MSME. So directly any bank will give you a loan. It's not that the case. Bank will again check, see all the papers before giving finance. But at least that much help any businessman gets. That is very important.
And you spoke about also the margin, that
Yeah.
the amount what we have to put.
Yeah.
That also can be reduced to this MSME.
That's what I'm saying. They have different schemes wherein this margin may be less or they will help you. Sometimes what happens, your project is so good, you are having good knowledge of this, but because of finance you can't start it immediately. In that case, this is a help to you. So that help is available. If you see their website or at Sakinaka they are having their office, you can visit them also personally. They are there to help.
And for some of the companies which are in the project business, because the receivable and the overall lead time is long. So even after the invoice is being raised, approved by the customer, still there is a long lag between the realization of the debtors. Yeah. So is there, as we are talking about receivables, funding receivables, is there any scheme which you have?
See, normally bankers give against receivable finance for 90 days.
Okay.
Recovery has to be in the 90 days. Even in this MSME Act, they have also told big entrepreneurs, see, MSMEs are the suppliers to the big industries. Whatever spare part, what are the raw material requirement or anything, they purchase it from those MSMEs.
And what is the nature of this?
So they also in turn have to pay you promptly.
Fair enough. So,
And if you are dealing with Mahindra, Tata or Reliance, and if they raise a bill and don't pay, you raise a bill on them and then they don't pay you on time.
Right.
So this act has made a provision that those bigger entrepreneurs, bigger companies, bigger corporate has to pay these MSMEs within 60 days they have said.
okay.
So if they don't pay, you have also got a right to ask. But क्या होता है, they are your regular customer. You don't want to lose the contact. They may feel if you are not giving, someone else will give. इसके लिए whatever we do, we have that limited choice, but we do have that right. So that's why bankers give maximum debtors 90 days.
And what is the interest for this period?
Interest, see, if your loan is at the time of sanction only the interest rate is being charged. You get a sanction letter from the bank,
For the
and it is
receivable.
always linked with PLR. You will find
Right.
PLR. Your rate of interest is PLR. That is this much. Means whatever is the present running PLR of the bank that they will charge. Sometimes they may say PLR plus 0.%, 5%, PLR plus 1%, or PLR plus 1.5%. What is the meaning of that? As I said, when RBI changes any policy and the rates may fluctuate, rates may go down, may come up depending on that economy and policy. Then the bankers also change their PLR, and if the bank change the PLR, the sanction letter says PLR plus 0.5. So suppose the banker PLR is say presently at 14.5. PLR suppose increased by 0.5, then it will become 15%. And if your sanction letter says it is PLR plus 0.5, you will be charged 15.5. Take a reverse way. If you are having rate PLR minus 1%, if PLR changes to 15%, you will be charged 14%. And see, whenever you get a sanction letter, you have got full liberty to discuss each and every clause with the banker. You have to always discuss this clause, even for the documents. Just don't go on blindly signing. The places banks just put cross, sign here, and the people go on signing. But they don't read it. I have seen. And when they have any problem, then they come and then the banker shows, "Arey, clause number इसमें ये लिखा है, you already signed, you already agreed." You must have seen the advertisement also coming in the radio, the child telling his father, "Close your eyes and sign on my report card." And then when he says, "How can I sign without seeing a report card?" Then say, "But our insurance policy, you have just signed without seeing all these clause. Then what the harm there in signing my report?" So this is as a customer I am telling you. You have got the full liberty. You must read the document thoroughly. You can get a duplicate set also on whatever signatures you have done. So when you are availing the loan, you take always things with you. Don't just say, "Okay, I am borrowing. How can I ask my banker?" No, this is not the case.
We are asked by the bank to sign certain clause and all
Yeah.
that. Now the point is, the person applying for the loan needs the money. Now if he is not agreeable to the clause, so he say, "नहीं ये निकाल देंगे." तो जब निकाल देंगे तो पैसा नहीं मिलेगा. So who's going to do all
See,
that?
Nicaragua says, the clauses are not that way. If they are harming you, you should know the meaning. I am saying, see, when you are doing now anything, you are purchasing any article, any new thing, any machinery for your business. Are you not going to see all the aspects of it?
Yes.
Are you not going to ask the supplier to give details? Are you not asking for the how much साल का warranty है, guarantee है, how much discount I can get? So same way. This doesn't mean कि I don't require ये नहीं होगा तो मेरे को लोन नहीं लीजिए, ऐसा नहीं होता है. So you should be aware. That's what I want to clear.
Imam, is it that when somebody signs the agreement, he has to ask for the copy, or is it that the advance copy has to be provided first?
You can ask or you can read
No,
it.
is it the customer who has to ask, or is it the bank who has to give?
Customer asks, bank doesn't give you.
I agree, this bank has to provide.
ऐसा रूल नहीं है.
Ma'am, it's a rule.
But if you ask,
It is a
bank
rule.
can give you. That's what I want to do.
It does not
अभी
mean
तो देखो
customer
ना,
asks.
customer awareness
It's a
is
duty
so
on the
much.
bank.
As a clause meaning, you must have seen BCSBI guidelines. State Bank, BCSBI guidelines, Bankers Code of Conduct Standard Board of India. There they have told every bankers to publish on their website. See, once the application is being received, within how much day it will get sanctioned. Suppose those guidelines.
Unsigned hard copy has to be provided before.
That's what I am saying. You have to read thoroughly those guidelines given on the website of each and every bank. See, mostly all the banks are member. Even Saraswat Bank is also a member of this BCSBI. There, if the banker says that within this much time the application is being sanctioned, bank has to do. Suppose it is being delayed. You have got full right to ask against that. See, many may not be aware of these things. These are available now. BCSBI, Banking Code of Standard Board of India. It is run by portal. BCSBI, if you see on the website, you will get that. And each banker is a member. So on their website also they have to give that the application up to this amount is sanctioned within this much time. If it is not, even we are supposed to give you the reason. Sometimes application gets rejected. You have got full right to ask why my papers are rejected. They may say, "Oh no, it doesn't suit us, that's why it's rejected. We don't know, our boss may be knowing." This is not the answer. We have to give you why it is. It depends, as I said. See, how high is your PLR? If your PLR is 18% minus 14% can be given. PLR is normally अभी 14.5 तक चल रहा है. Base rate अभी इतना कम नहीं होता है. Any bank you see, अभी तो nowadays running rate में 12-13 maximum, that to a good rate. Good means एकदम A++ rating. And when there is in a multiple banking, or say this thing, what I should say, multiple banking में 4-5 banks join together for that credit. So the bank has to charge a rate matching to those banks. It's always connected with Reserve Bank's policy. Reserve Bank doesn't tell you they charge this much, charge that much. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now, अभी good rate चल रहा है 13-12%, 13%, 14.5 is the PLR. Normally, maximum loans are under 14.5. Very few that too under multiple or concession banking may have a lesser than PLR. Why? Because it depends on the other bankers' rate. That's why. And rates are always fluctuating. Earlier they were fixed. Abhi to savings ka rate also you must have seen the advertisement of Yes Bank and all giving interest rate more on saving. Normally we get 4%. Why? Because that restriction also has been removed. Saving pay interest rate is again at the discrimination of each banker. They are charging more interest, but at the same time they don't disclose the rules. They may be demanding higher balance in the saving account. So that much balance is kept and bank is earning for that much amount at 6%. So naturally again, no bank will do any ad or give any rates. No one would do the business at loss, as I said. So all those factors are equally important. See, as a pre-client, they may demand why you are charging me commission on these, or why is the interbank transfer of fund, why you are charging me, I am your customer. So how bank chooses whether to waive or not, how much income bank gets because of this customer. If I waive this much interest, is it going to be beneficial? Otherwise, if I have a fear of you losing you may go to other banks. In that case, how much income I am losing. So those things banker always judge and see. So that's the way when you demand any request, whether it is being said yes or no, it depends on all those things. Yeah, TLR is going for both term loan and cash As I said, it depends on your need. For the fixed assets and all, term loan is charged, and for day-to-day running, cash credit is charged. Nowadays, we do have schemes like other banks also may be having. Against property, we do give cash credit. That is as a standby arrangement. And if you have, say, housing, good house property or office premises which you can mortgage, you can take finance against overdraft. Against that. No. It is also not under that, but overdraft against property. The main use is it's as a standby arrangement. And overdraft is such a case, once the limit is being prepared, you can use it whenever you require. If you use it, then whatever debit balance is there, on that interest is charged. If you don't use it, no interest is charged, no commitment charge is there. No, because it's like a current account if you don't get. And on term loan, what happens? Once the term loan is being disbursed, say 50 lakhs disbursed, you repay as per schedule. Sometimes you feel that I am having a good amount, I will take my loan. So you reduce the balance, say you make it 10 lakhs, and now you need it. You won't get it, again a new loan has to be sanctioned. But in case of overdraft, what happens? 50 lakhs overdraft you have got, you have reduced the balance to 10 lakhs debit, and you want more, you again can withdraw up to 50 lakhs. That's the thing available on the cash credit or overdraft and not with the country. See, term loan is sanctioned for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. Overdraft is sanctioned, given a limit, subject to review every year. This review every year means what? Every year after your financial accounts are ready, audited, bankers ask for copy to it. They also ask you to give your all sales tax and income tax returns and see whatever protection, what they do there, the review means. While giving your application, you must have given some projection. You must have said my sales will increase by 25%. When you give your audited accounts, bankers check whether there is increase as you have stated. Okay, 25 or 24 was okay, 20, 30 was the best. But if it is say 10% only, then bankers call you, ask the reason for that. Because then they may again reassess your limit. They may feel that your limit given is high or you are not matching to the projection. You may be having your own reasons for that. But but that has to be discussed with the banker.
Also the profit margins.
Yeah, so that's the review. And the businessman also would like to review.
What are the sort of profit margins you will get on
It depends on nature of business. Some businesses have high margins of profit, some less. And whatever you give on projection, we check on that. So that is always done. Even for the term loan also, if you are implementing promptly fine. And sometimes somebody may have a problem. But it is always safe to discuss your problem with the bank. You may come to the bank and ask for reschedulement. You can discuss your problem. But without discussing, without telling, without informing your banker, you just don't go on not paying, neglecting the notices received, and these again turns to have a bad relationship with the banker, and then all the recovery problem arises.
Do the bank also ties with the NBFCs to finance bigger projects?
NBFCs we don't finance.
Do you ties with them to finance a bigger project, for example, a project?
See again, NBFC, they are not the, what I should say, banker. They don't have deposit.
What I want is that I don't want to give up that. And I want to set up a project.
You can, but there the rate of interest is very high. It is high. How much it again depends, but it is high. NBFC say if you take loan, any NBFC, rate of interest is always high. Sometimes you make them clean loan. They say we don't take any security, nothing. We just incur for the rate of interest. It is very high. It has to be. Because otherwise they will not be able to do the business. Even I should say in microfinance we do give loan to self-help groups run by the women or even men also can have their self-help groups. Here also the rate of interest is less. But NBFCs, some NBFCs take loans from the banks in time to help these SHGs. And there they charge extraordinary rate of interest to those SHGs. There are so many, and as the Reserve Bank has introduced this Malegam committee, where they have given the restrictions on charging rate of interest to these SHGs. So we have decided not to give to NBFCs, we give directly to self-help groups. That reminds me of the Udyogini scheme for women entrepreneur. For women entrepreneur, we have this Udyogini scheme, maximum loan we give up to 1 CR, and here PLR minus 1 is the rate of interest. So that every Udyogini will get. Repayment if it is normally 5 years, for Udyogini it is 7 years. Margin if it is normally required 30%, for Udyogini it will be 20%. So these are the special concessions. Now you will say why you are giving these concessions to women. The Reserve Bank has said priority sector advances, 40% of the total advances should go to priority sector, and loan payment to women entrepreneurs is included under priority sector. So to increase that priority sector, different banks have different schemes for women. If you check the banker's website, finance to women, you will get different bank are different schemes. Saraswati is having Udyogini scheme for women. Yes. One I'm giving them. Okay. No, it's not registration. No, it's not the case. We don't ask registration with them. Only thing if you are doing partnership business, we ask that your partnership has to be registered. If you are limited, that's the only requirement. Requirement of registration with MSME is not.
Madam, you discussed about the OD against property. What is the rate of interest?
OD against property against PLR. And here whatever is the valuation of the property, because the property may be existent. New rate of agreement was old rate of values report based on that 70% decrease.
That is the sanction, or it also depends on the company's
agreement was the 70% of valuation report was 70% overdraft you get. But here our limit is maximum 2 crore for advance against property. We call it Uttaran Yojana because that's sort of a provision for the businessman to avail finance against property.
Does Saraswat Bank offer unsecured loans? Does Saraswat Bank offer unsecured loans?
Yeah, but property bank give only maximum 2 lakhs. So that has got nothing.
2 lakhs.
Ma'am,
calculate. Okay? Yeah, we do have, because we have branches in Sindhudurga district. We do give agriculture loan. That is dairy farming for plantation and all we do give. Again, PLR minus 1%. PLR minus 1%.
Friends, we have allocated 4 hours for one-on-one discussion. So you can take the questions.
Yeah, again, as I said, my team is already there. Requirement can be discussed particular. You can give your name and your cell number, contact number. So I will also individually contact each one of you. What are your problems? Because I look after marketing for entire branches of Saraswat for SME and microfinance. So what is your Thank you for the cooperation.
Thank you, Urvashi, for educating all of us on various products of Saraswat Bank. Friends, we have Dena Bank coming next. They will share their different products available with them so that it will become easy for you all to interact with them in the one-on-one session.
My cards are here. Anyone who would like to have can have.
Yes, yes, sure.
Yeah, we all. Bank means all.